Good, good. Another good day, another work day. Guys working hard. It's just good to stay on the grass, keep getting better every day. We just got to keep focusing, trying to get better. Obviously, keep working the plan for this week. As I said yesterday, playing against a good team. The more I watched the Raiders, the more I realized that they're so close to doing what they need to do, but we need to continue to get better ourselves. So that's our challenge, and we accept that, and we'll keep working at it.
Number 5 is back today. You expecting him to be able to back up Baker then Sunday?
We'll see. We'll see exactly where that is. Obviously, he didn't do a lot, so I just want to make sure that if we do put him out there, he's ready to go. Obviously, Drew has been there, since the situation with Tyrod happened. So we'll see where that is. I'll know more about that tomorrow.
What can both of those guys bring Baker, especially during the game, that can help him out in his first start?
Well, it's an experienced voice. It's a voice that has seen a lot of football, and Drew and Tyrod. Obviously, they both have started games, played games, been through the first-time starting experience. So I think those voices are important. And those are people that he's bonded with in the quarterback room. So I think those things are good to have.
Why did Tyrod do a whole lot if he'd been cleared?
Why did he do?
Why did he not do?
Oh, okay. I just think he was, taking it all in, understand the process and understand the game plan. I don't think it was about what he did today. I think it was the fact that he was back out there. I think it's a positive sign.
He cleared the concussion protocol.
Yes. It's the only way he could get back out there.
So having said that, he's also listed with a back injury. Is that
Yes.
playing a role at all?
Yeah, I think it is. We'll see like I said, we'll see where it is. But I think, we'll know more tomorrow.
Was that as a result of the same hit that caused the concussion? Or?
He got hit more than once in that game, so I'm not sure exactly which one, but I know it was one of those, I'm sure, that led to some of the back issues.
What are your observations about the way Mayfield is carrying himself this week?
Baker's been the same since the day he's walked in, other than he walks in the huddle with the first-team offense. I don't see any difference that way. I think he's excited to play, excited to walk out there first, but as far as his work ethic, I see him being a little bit more vocal with his teammates. Outside of that, I think he's the same Baker he's been, which is good.
What's one reason you're confident and the team is confident with Mayfield starting?
Well, I think anytime you come in a game as a young player and do what he did last week, it builds confidence. I think there's a confidence from his teammates to him. When you go in and hadn't had a lot of reps and you can go in and command the offense the way he did and help lead the team to victory, I think that says that, hey, this guy can help. I think players, to a man, all they want is guys who can help them win, when it's all said and done, and a guy that's going to lead them, and I think he demonstrated those things last week.
Going back to Tom's question earlier about what the two quarterbacks can do for Baker, with Drew specifically, he wasn't brought in here to compete for the job. Obviously, Tyrod was. What have you seen in that relationship between Drew and Baker? Because he's kind of in a mentorship role, where in the past he was more of a backup, closer in age to Andrew Luck, Palmer, whatever. What have you seen in the relationship between those two?
Well, I think it's been like big brother, little brother, and I think obviously Baker had to be open to that. I think, and he was. I think Drew, on the other side of it, had to be willing to do it too. I think he has taken Baker under his wing and said, hey, I'm going to try to impart to you all that I've seen, all that I know from a preparation standpoint, from a National Football League standpoint. But it takes two people to have a relationship. So I think everybody has been very open and embraced Baker in that room, including Tyrod. But I think it's also been the other way. I think Baker's embraced his role when it first started, that, hey, I'm going to try to be a sponge and learn everything from you guys, and whatever you guys tell me, I'll take the good that I feel helps me, and the other part I'll move on from. And I think that's how you build relationships.
About Jordan Nelson, how has he changed the balance of what they're able to do with their passing game?
Well, obviously he made some huge plays last week. He's made some big explosive pass plays last week, and I think he's a veteran player who knows how to play. And obviously they're going to put him in situations where he can get open and have success, because he's done that his whole career, but I think he allows them with Amari Cooper and the tight end that they have and the running back that they have and the other receivers that they have to play, at a different pace and also in a different way. They are an explosive offensive football team that we have to slow down.
Go ahead, Mickey.
With you guys leaving tomorrow for Oakland, do you think you'll make the decision on Tyrod before you go so you know whether to leave him home, or will you make that there in Oakland, or how are you
Oh,
going to
no, I'm sure I'll make it before we go because I want to know. I think what's important for our team is for our team to know, about exactly where we are, at backup quarterback.
Given a long flight, a guy coming off of a concussion, I mean, if you make the decision he's not going to be the backup, maybe leave him home and let him just get over that?
I think all those things will be discussed.
How has Larry Ogunjobi been able to be so effective so early when he didn't really play a ton last year, small college, all those kind of things, but he's already having a big impact?
I'm sure you guys kind of know this word, but it's been his grind. He grinds. It's important to him. He works at it. He always wanted to be the best. Sometimes Larry can overthink a little bit, but he works his tail off, and he has a burning desire to be really good. I'm sure you guys know he has a relationship with Geno Smith, Geno Atkins, not Geno Smith, Geno Atkins. They have and again, that's what motivates him. He wants to be one of the best at his position. And I think you combine that with his talent, and a guy that's willing to work like that, and then good things happen, and I think Greg's done a great job, and Clyde and Kenny have helped put him in good situations where he can make plays.
How important is it to have that guy inside with Miles on the outside?
It's everything. I think that's how you make it go. You got to worry about him there, which then gives Miles some flexibility, or you got to worry about Miles and then gives him flexibility. So hopefully our guys will keep growing. I think Emmanuel being back is going to help too. But I think we just got to keep on pushing. Our guys are getting better. I still think there's a lot more in there for that group, for that unit. But obviously those guys are spearheading it.
I like that Garrett and Ogunjobi are constantly trying to motivate each other and competing who's going to have the most.
I think that's what it's all about. I think the competition in the room is great. And then and people don't know this, but then you throw Gennard Avery in there, and it really ratchets up even more because it's important to him just as much. He wants to be in that conversation every day. I'll catch those guys talking about it, and they're trying to figure out a way who's going to get there first, and that's what you want.
Jarvis Landry said yesterday that when he saw Mayfield plant the flag at Ohio State last year, that he loved it, that you don't usually see it from a quarterback, but it was that he loved the whole thing. As a competitor, you're a competitive guy. Is there a part of you that loved it too?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I didn't like what happened after it, everything that was said after it, but you want your guy to have some fire and some spark, and something about him, One thing you guys know about Mayfield, you know what side the fence he's on, You're never going to have to worry about that. And I like that about men that especially play this sport, because I think that's important.
What do you think the state of the special teams is right now?
Need to get better. Need to get better. No doubt about it. I mean, it's been something I've talked to our staff about, some I've talked to our team about. I think it's all hands on deck. We all have to do everything we can. Some guys are going to have to do more because it's so important to our football team. We have to continue to get better. We got to make our kicks. We got to protect better. We got to cover better. We got to do it all better. And I think everybody understands that. So hopefully everybody will chip in, and hopefully this will be a start of a great week for us on special teams.
Strikes a lot of people as a different kind of place to play, those of us who've been out there.
Oh, it is.
The things that come back to you about what makes Oakland distinctive.
It's the fans. The fans are, they're we have the greatest fans in the world, but I would tell you that's the second best group. I mean, they're unbelievable. I mean, they're going to be there early before the game. They're going to not want us to come in the stadium. They're going to try to make sure we don't come in the stadium. They're going to mess with us when we're inside the stadium, and they'll mess with us when we leave the stadium. That's just what it is. But, again, that's an unbelievable venue. I know everybody talks about the stadium. I know I enjoyed being in that stadium, but and I've been on both sides of it. And it's a unique place, different. But, again, I think for us, our team, I think understanding the fields, as I said yesterday, will be important. The crowd will be the crowd. I think that will take care of itself. We play good, the crowd will be very quiet. We don't, then the crowd will get going. So we can control that by how we play.
Is there a part of you
as a kid growing up in California and the whole Raider legacy, it'll be hard for you to see them go to Vegas?
Yeah, it will be. I mean, that's that's all I've ever known. I mean, I remember when they were in L.A. and I was one of those guys that wore the yellow jacket, CSC security, that used to protect them as a young guy. So I remember those days, and I remember since they've been in Oakland, what they've been and what they've meant, even to L.A. because L.A. was disappointed they were gone. So I'm sure the city of Oakland will feel the same way when they leave and go to Vegas, because that's tough. That's their team, and they really root for the Raiders. So, but again, they made a decision that I think they needed to make in order for them to move forward, and they have to do what they have to do.
You're watching the film, the Raiders look real close to getting over the hump. What's your message to your team about them having leads into the second half and all three games, but not being able to?
We got to reverse that. I mean, we got to play good. We got to play good early. We got to take them out of their comfort zone. That's something they've known now for 3 weeks. We have to change that. We got to make them be in a different environment, play in a different mindset than what they have for the last 3 weeks, and we do too. We need to start faster on offense. We got to continue to play like we've played on defense. We got to continue to find ways to get turnovers and convert them on offense. We got to play better on special teams. So trust me, we got a lot of things that we have to worry about when it comes to us, first and foremost. But we understand the challenge that presents itself with the Raiders.